Oh, welcome to Monday's strength class. Before I forget, and I'll mention this again at the end, this is nothing to do with the content of the class, but my dog's having an operation on Friday, and I may have to cancel classes at short notice. At the moment, I'm planning on keeping them going, but just to warn you that you may, if it sort of comes to 11 o'clock and there's no sign of me, assume that for some reason the class has had to be cancelled. But like I say, I'm going to really try and keep them going. Right, this morning I was thinking, what can I talk about? I want to talk about power. And power and strength are different. Power is strength and speed. So it's jumping. You need power to jump. It's doing the punching that we do. And power is important because muscles on their own, power, I've just been reading about it at the moment, but power is more, you need strength to have power, but you need them combined. And so today what we're going to do is we're going to do some of the exercises, just looking at my hair there, we're going to do some of the exercises slightly more quickly than we usually do. But what I want to stress is that you don't necessarily need to do them at my speed. Do them at your speed. And if you're slower than me, I'll leave a few seconds at the end. You know how I talk. I'll leave a few seconds at the end for you to catch up. We're only going to be doing them slightly quicker. We're not going to be racing through them, but particularly the squat. So instead of sort of going nice and slowly down and slowly up, we're going to introduce a bit of power to it. So we're going to be going down and up quite quickly, and down and up quite quickly, down and up quite quickly. If you need to do it in the chair, we're going up quickly and then down nice and controlled, up quickly and down nice and controlled. Just to get your muscles used to having that little extra bit of pep. The punching we do is quite a lot of power as well. The lunging, we might do the lunging a little bit more quickly. I'm reluctant to do the lunging more quickly because it risks overbalancing you. And there's four separate, like I always say, there's four separate bits to the lunge. The planks and stuff like that, we can't do more quickly. That's for your core. But actually, when you do the high intensity stuff at the end, again, that's why I would rather you did it, the running bit, this bit, rather than the punching if you can, because you need leg strength, and leg power is really important for maintaining independence and well-being into older age. I mean, you see people walking. Remember I talked about the hip flexors? But you see people walking with the old person thing, rather than using your legs as this. There's no reason at all why you have to have that stance or that gait when you're older. You know, the new signs for old people, it was these two people with a stick. Well, they've changed those now. There's no reason at all why you need to walk that way, walk this way, sir. So if you keep your thighs and your bum, your legs strong, there's no reason why you should adopt a really old person's gait. But that's all to do with power as well as strength. And power, I've talked about frailty before, because there is an actual definition of frailty, and that's loss of power. So today we're going to, and in fact from now on, I think we're going to concentrate, these are strength sessions, but I'm going to incorporate a little bit of speed so that we get a bit of power as well. Because you don't, I mean, if you get up from a chair, you don't get up like this, do you? Or if you're squatting, you don't stand up like that, do you? You go down and you stand up, and you go down and you stand up. So we're going to be doing it at that sort of speed and see how it feels. Because we have been doing the slow and controlled stuff is good as well, because it teaches it, that strengthens your muscles. But this is teaching your muscles to work just a bit faster. Whew, that was quick. It's 11 o'clock now. So we'll start into the main body. We'll start the exercise class. So I don't know if I've got any new people here today, but the exercise class takes about 35 minutes maybe. That's with the warm-up and the stretching at the end. And I try to go through the exercises fairly quickly, without too much chattering in between. I'm quite good at chattering. And yes, so we start off with the warm-up, then we have the main body of the exercise, and then we have stretching at the end, which is quite important. I mean, the jury's out on stretching, actually. So I've read some learned articles that say it doesn't do any good at all, but I think it makes you feel better, so that's why I keep it in. You're going to need a chair. Do you need the chair for this? You need the chair for just for holding on to if you need to, and for standing up from the squat if you can't do an independent squat. What was that? A freestanding squat. And we'll need it at the end for stretching. So you need a kitchen chair or a dining room chair, one that's fairly stable. You don't need bands for this class. This class is all body weight. Right, so I'll stop rabbiting on. I'm going to start the warm-up by just walking nice and gently on the spot. Legs hardly come off feet hardly come off the floor at all. And you're not going particularly fast. We just swing your arms slightly exaggeratedly to get the shoulders warmed up. Standing nice and straight. Okay, go 3, 2, 1. And then what we're going to do is we're going to put your hand on your shoulder and make your arm like a wing, and it's sticking out. Imagine you've got a pencil sticking out of your elbow, and we're going to do 5 nice big circles back, 2, 3, 4, full range of movement, 5, and then 5 forward, 1, 2, nice and gently, 3, this is only the warm-up, 4, 5, and then this one, we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then forwards, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then we're going to do this one, the one where you raise one arm and pull the other back. I really like this one because it strengthens your back muscles as well as warming you up, and it's nice and gentle. Remember, no swaying. So we're just going to go 1, try and get your arms up to your ears. 2, if you can't do that, just do it where you can. 3, 4, never force anything. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oops. Dr. Strangelove. Right, the last arm exercise. You start with your elbows at 90 degrees, and we're just going to bring our arms in and touch your elbows together, if you can. If you can't, it doesn't matter. Just bring them where you can. Remember, this is the warm-up. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. One thing I should have said, if you're new, you're going to need to be able to get on the floor and up again to be able to fully take part in the class. We're not getting up and down off the floor. The first half of the exercises are standing up, and the second half are on the floor. So if it takes you a while to get down, that's fine. If it takes you a while to get up, that's fine. If you're not very sure how to, I've got a video on how to get up off the floor, down and up off the floor safely. So have a look at that. Sorry, I should have mentioned that before. Right, we're going to start. This is still the warm-up. We're going to start just doing heel digs, and at the same time, anchor your elbows into your waist, and we're going to do a bicep curl with the opposite arm. So you're doing heel digs and a bicep curl. And make sure you're doing opposite arm and leg. And these are warming you up. They're improving your coordination. They're helping your balance because you're temporarily off balance when you're doing the heel dig. And they're helping your strength as well as warming you up. Just as everything. 3, 2, 1. And then the next one we're going to do is just out to the side. And at the same time, prayer hands, with me sashaying forward, out, both hands out, at the same time as your leg goes out. Again, coordination, balance, strength, warming up, just everything. 3, 2, 1. Next one we're going to do is just take a step back and at the same time push your arms forward. Now I'm going to come forward and do this. Spread your hands, spread your fingers. Give your hands a bit of a workout. Again, similar to the other exercises. Coordination, strength, balance, warming up. I'm getting quite warm now. I don't know about you. 3, 2, 1. And then finally, we're just going to do a little toe tap. And as you do the toe tap, you're just going to swing your arms. Just in a nonchalant, Fred Astaire sort of way. Or you may be a Gene Kelly aficionado, or indeed Ginger Rogers, or who did I see the other day on Easter Parade? What's her name? Dancing. Oh, I can't remember her name at the moment. It'll come. 3, 2, 1. Right, we're going to put all those together and we're going to just do that for a little while just to get fully warmed up. So we're going to start with heel digs, side. This is good for your memory and coordination. Toe tap. Heel dig. We'll go fairly slowly to begin with. Back. Toe tap. Heel dig. Side. And I'm going to get progressively faster. Toe tap. Heel dig. Side. If you're new, back. Don't worry about floundering. Heel dig. Side. Back. Toe tap. Heel dig. Side. I'm going to speed up a bit now. Toe tap. Heel dig. Side. Back. 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 Toe tap. One more time. Heel dig. Side. Back. Toe tap. How's that? Are you nicely warmed up? Right. Whilst I speak, you could just jig up and down on your toes if you wanted, so as you're not standing static. We're going to do some squats. I'm not going to run through this very quickly. Squats, remember, your knees don't come forward. It's sitting down without the chair. These knees point forwards. Don't let your knees come in. If you can't do a freestanding squat, use the chair. Put your hands here so as you're not tempted to use them, or you can use them to swing. If you need to, you can do that, but try not to use your hands. So we're going to do 10 squats, and we're going to do them fairly quickly. Not really quickly, but fairly quickly. So, are you ready? We're going to go down. Woo! Falling over. 1. That's because my weight is in my heels. 3. You don't need to go right down. 4. You can go to there. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. 10. That felt very different to me from other times that we've done it. And I could really feel it on my thighs. what we're going to do is we're going to go into the next exercise, and then we're going to do some more squats, because I think we should do 2 lots. The next one, I have to get my, give me time to recover. I have to get my, what do I have to get? Stopwatch. And we're going to do 32 bouts of 30 seconds of punching. So remember, it goes from here, and you're doing it in 3s. This is power as well. So, ready? So, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Straight forward, straight out. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Really power those arms forward. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. I don't know why I don't get nearer. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Sorry, stop. I wasn't paying attention and it went over the 30. Right, just get your breath back a moment, and we're going to do it again. I'll try and keep my, it's very difficult to do this and watch the clock as well. Maybe I'll go here, that'll be easier. Sort of out of shot almost, but right, we're ready? On we go again. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Push, push, push. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Woo! Bang on the 30 that time. Gets you going, doesn't it? Right, as I promised, we're going to do no, we're not doing a squat at the moment. We're going to do a lunge. So get your chair, and remember, the lunge is 4 separate movements. 1, 2, 3, 4. Don't sort of try and do it all at once, because that risks overbalancing. And when you go down, don't put your back knee on the ground like that. Just goes to there or to there. Just do what you can. We're going to do 10 on each leg. Ready? I'm going to try and not hold on. Headlights on your knees and on your hips, torso upright. So 1, 2, 1. 2. Counting never was my strong point. Whoa, see what I mean? 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. 10. And then the other side. 1. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. Oops. 7. 8. 9. 10. Well done. Did you manage to keep up? No, not Judy Garland, the other one, Anne Miller. Dancing the night away. A bit like that. Anyway, she's an amazing tap dancer. So, now, just because I'm cruel, we've been doing leg exercises. We're going to do those 10 squats now, because after this, we're getting down on the floor. Okay? So, you ready? And we're going to go. Remember, you don't have to go down very far, as long as your technique is there. You can only go down that far if you want, as long as your back and your knees aren't over your toes. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That last one was a bit of a killer. Again, if you can't do 10 of everything, absolutely fine. Do what you can. The object of the exercise is to build up to 10, not to be able to do 10 perfectly first time. Because if you could, there'd be no point in the exercise. Right, we're going to go down on the floor. And the first one we're going to do is the press up. So remember, I'm going to put this down so as you can see the floor. That looks okay to me. Get my trusty stopwatch. So we're going to do the press up. Remember, with the press up, you can, if you can just like, I'll show you in a minute. Remember, we start kneeling, hands under your shoulders, take a small step forward and then bring your body so that your hands are under your shoulders again. Now them slightly wider, and then we're going to go down and up. Okay, now if you can only do the down bit, that's absolutely fine. If you can't kneel and you want to start here, you can just push up and then back down again. And push up and back down again. Whichever way, you can modify it so that you can do it what you're doing. We're going to have a go at 7 today. If you can only do 1, that's fine. Do 1, have a rest, and then maybe try doing 1 at the end. But remember, nobody's going to come and tell you off if you can't do all 7. So, just let me get the stopwatch going. Right. Oh no, I don't need the stopwatch for this, do I? Honestly. So, hands and knees. Little bit forward. Bring your body forward so that your shoulders are over your hands again. And we're going to go 1. Whoa. Woo. 2. Not sure I'm going to be able to do 7. 3. Oops. 4. 5. 6. I'll be glad when this is done. 7. Whoa, that was hard. I'm not practicing enough. I'm going to have to take my own advice and do it more often, because sometimes I'm not very good at that. Right, plank. Oh, on your tummy. Elbows under your shoulders. Hands like a sphinx, except you're not looking up. Your head is in alignment with your spine. So you go up on your toes. Your bum's not up there and not sagging in the middle. It's like a plank. And we're going to do this for a minute. I'm going to count out in sections of 10 seconds so that you know where you're up to. 10. If you can't do a minute, this will tell you where you're up to and show you how you're improving. 20. 30. 40. 50. 7, 8, 9, 60. Oh, whew. Side plank. Remember, elbow under your shoulder. That's the most important thing. Both legs like that and up if you can. If not, have the lower one like that and up you go. You could actually maybe do both knees if it was really difficult. But anyway, we're going to do this for 30 seconds. Whew. You ready? Up. Again, I'm going to count out in tens. 10. 20. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 30. I think it was having the week off last week. Is anybody else finding this quite hard? I'm the flipping teacher. I'm supposed to be able to do these. Right. Elbow under your shoulder. Legs where you need them. And up we go. Ten. 20. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 30. Whew, well done. How was that? Hard. I found it hard. Right. We're now going into the boat. Now remember the boat, if you need to hold your feet the whole time. Oh, I'm just going to bend my back a bit. Right, yes. So if you need to hold your legs, that's absolutely fine. If you don't, you can stretch your arms out. Once you've started, you stretch your arms out here. If you're hardcore, you can put your feet up like that. I don't think I'm that hardcore this week. I think I'm going to stay there. I'm going to do 2 lots of 30 seconds. So back on your pelvis a bit. Hold your legs. And if you're going to, release. And off we go. The nearer you can bring your legs to your chest, the harder it is, I think. Anyway, 15 seconds, so halfway through. 20. 25, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And relax. Whew. I know some of you find this one quite hard. But yeah, there's no harm in doing this and then just taking your hands away every now and again, bringing them back. Ready for the second lot? Right, so rocking back, holding your legs, hands forward. There we go. I'll count out in tens this time. 10, 15, 20, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. Oh, there we are. Last one before the high intensity stuff. Don't let that scare you if anybody's new. You're going to get a lie down now. Lying on your back. Thighs parallel. Don't come in and they don't splay out. Have your feet so that your middle fingers can just touch them. And then we're going to go up. Squeeze those glutes. Really squeeze. And then we're going to go down and touch and then back up. One, I mean. Well, we're in the second. 3, squeeze those glutes. 4, just check that your thighs are still parallel. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then down, then sitting up. If you can, just put your hands above your head, just to get your back straight, and then just lean forward. Have your toes pulled back. Just lean forward, as when I say as far as you can, I mean what's comfortable for you. It's just to sort of get the kink out of your back a bit. It's not a test to see how stretchy your hamstrings are. If you can, hold on to your feet, but if you can't reach your feet, that's absolutely fine. Just okay, up we get. It's nearly past. Been fair. Woo, my head's gone. Give you time to get up off the floor. It's been fairly intense this morning. Do the rest of you feel that? I think you'll know that you've had a bit of a workout. I must practice my press-ups. It's really bad. Right, we're going to do the high intensity bit, which, if you remember, is, I've took the camera down just a little bit. It's just to running on the spot, just tiny little steps. That's why if you've got bad knees, you could probably do this because there's not much impact. Tiny, tiny little steps and running using your arms as well. If you can't do that, you really can't do that, do the punching if you want, or do a mixture of the two. Okay, so, and this is 3 bouts of 20 seconds of high intensity running or high intensity training, which is really good. It's power as well. It's using power and strength. It's voluntary. If you've got any problems with your heart, if you have develop chest pain or anything, stop immediately. But 3 bouts of 20 seconds with a sort of 30-second interval in between. That's why it's called high intensity interval training, HIIT. Right, are you all up off the floor? Raring to go? On your marks, set, off you go. "17, 18, 19, 20. Well done. Did you manage that? I think I'm quite pleased with today's thing. I quite like the fast squatting. So I think that we'll keep these exercises as they are for a little while. I'm conscious that I've been chopping and changing a little bit, but I think we'll keep these as they are just for the time being, because I find them quite challenging, but they're doable. You can modify them, adapt them to your own level, and you will become stronger. Okay, you've had 35 seconds rest. I'm just too good to you. In fact, it's going to be 40 by the time I do this, 40 seconds. I'm just too good to you all. Right, second one, on your marks, set, off you go. "17, 18, 19, 20. How was that? It's always a bit of a shock to the system when you start this high intensity stuff, but then people sort of quite get to like it, and it does, I don't know, it is good for you. That's all I can say. Just get your breath back a bit. We've got another 8 seconds and then we'll start the third one. Even although we've been doing things sort of lickety-split today, it's still taken half an hour. Half an hour of fairly continuous exercise, I think, is quite good. There, you had 40 seconds again. Right, ready, last one. On your marks, set, off you go. "17, 18, 19, 20. Well done. Jolly good. Right. While you get your breath back, a couple of announcements. Remember, I may have to cancel the classes at short notice. So if it gets to 11 o'clock and there's no Rosemary, you can take it as read that I haven't been able to do the class. I think I should be able to do them, but just in case, just to warn you, just in case. And yes, if you've enjoyed the class, you can show your appreciation if you want by buying me a coffee. The link is in the comments section underneath. And if you want to know more about fitness or you want to contact me at all, Facebook is the best way. And my Over 50 Fitness Facebook page is in the comments section as well. So you can get hold of me that way. I think that's all I have to say. You'll be glad to know. Stretches. I haven't forgotten, by the way. So you need your chair for this. We're going to start as usual with the calf stretch. So front leg bent, back legs straight. Heels on the ground, both heels on the ground, and leaning forward so that you feel the stretch at the top of your calf. And then gently bend your back knee. Your heel will come off the ground. Just put a little bit of weight on that leg and you should feel the stretch moving down into your Achilles tendon. And then switch. Just check that your feet are both pointing in the same direction. And then gently bend your back knee. You'll feel the stretch moving down into your Achilles. And then that's it. Next, we're going to do the quadriceps. Hold your, if you can, hold your foot or your ankle or your trouser leg and keep your knees together, and that stretches these, the quadriceps. You can't do that. Do this. Put your hands behind you. See if you can kick your hand. This is a good one actually because it uses it's actually strengthening your hamstrings at the same time as lengthening your quadriceps. Because when that does that, your hamstrings are having to pull you up. So I'm going to just do this time, the dynamic stretching. Those of you with holding one leg, not with holding, but those of you who are holding one leg, just keep doing that for the time being. And then static stretchers, switch legs. Dynamic stretchers, keep doing this. Let's do it for a couple more seconds. Quite tiring this, isn't it? Okay. Next one we're going to do is the hamstrings that you've just been working when you were doing that. Sitting in the chair, knees at 90 degrees, ankles under your knees, sitting up nice and straight. You can do this with your hands just to check that your back is nice and straight. One leg out, straight, toe pulled back, sitting up nice and straight, lean forward from the hips, not from the waist. And then sitting up, other leg out, toe pulled back, lean forward from the hips, not from the waist. And the last one where we get to sit down, sitting sideways on the chair. I'll move it back a bit so you can see. Yeah, sideways in the chair, at the front of the chair, one leg out behind. Keep your back straight, your torso straight, this leg out so that you're stretching these muscles here. You sort of push your pelvis, it stretches here more. If you can't get your legs straight up behind you like this, that's absolutely fine. Just do what you can. And then turn. Same on the other side. I know it looks like my leg's bent there, but it's not actually. All right, standing up. Arms at shoulder height, palms facing forwards, round the tree. So your arms are round like that and at shoulder height, and then dip your head. And that stretches the muscles at the top of your back, across your shoulders, your big shoulder muscles. And then if you can, interlink your hands behind your back. If you can't, just try and get your elbows together and then lift your arms just to get that stretch across your chest. And then finally, have one hand in the air, palm facing back. I'm going to kneel down to show you this. Palm facing back. Just drop it down your back like that. And just push back. You're trying to stretch this muscle here because those are the ones you've been using when you were doing the press-ups. Or if you're like me, when you were struggling to do the press-ups. And then release it and do the same on the other side. If you've got impaired shoulder mobility, just leave this one out. You can go make yourself a cup of tea because this is the last one. And then up. And that's it. Thank you very much. And oh yes, remember, there's no class on Wednesday. That's the other thing I meant to tell you. No class on this Wednesday. But then after that, normal service will totally be resumed, as long as the dog lets me. Okay, bye.